Bonnie Godiva, born and raised in Yonkers, New York. She's a well-renowned artist, writer, and a well-known battle rapper known all over the world. If you've seen Wildin' Out, you've seen Bonnie Godiva. She is one of my favorite people. Check out everywhere that she's battled. We talking about battle tested all over the world on different leagues, different platforms, and multiple opponents. One thing's for sure about my homegirl, she don't duck anybody. Anybody out there want the smoke, they can get it. Queen of the ring, king of the dot, RBE. Everywhere and anywhere and anytime. One thing about her that makes her a favorite of mine, she's a close personal friend. She also brands off in entrepreneurship, selling all different types of products and ideas. She is a black businesswoman and a strong black businesswoman. Definitely one of my favorite people, and I was so excited that an opportunity came for us to meet. So when she said she could come on the Strictly Faux show, I was all for it. We linked up in Fort Greene, and we sat, and we got a nice, intimate look in her life, her penmanship, and just her overall love for hip-hop culture. This was a great interview, and this was a pleasure meeting my homegirl and just her showing love and supports for your homeboy. Can't spell community without unity. Let's go. Strictly Faux show, QG in the community. As you can see, I'm outside and I'm here with an artist, an entrepreneur, but I can add to that, she's also a close personal friend. Bonnie Godiva, welcome.
Thank you.
So good to see you. Yeah, this means a lot to me, you know, and I think I told you the first time I actually saw you, it wasn't even battle rap. It was an interview.
Right.
It was an interview and I said, man, who is this? She's not yelling. She's just keeping it cool. Classy. So I said, yo, let me look her up. And then when I typed in your name, I saw the Queen of the Ring sparring sessions and all that good stuff. So I said, yo, she's a real one. So thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
So, you know, we're going to pick your brain a little bit with some questions. So with all the accolades that I listed and for all the fans that know you and what you do, from your perspective, who is Bonnie Godiva?
That's a good question. I don't think we 11 years in, people don't ask me questions like that.
I did my homework.
Let's see. Who is Bonnie Godiva? It's obviously it's part of me. Like, people call me Bonnie the same way they call me my actual name, Jasmine. You know, it's part of me. It's not a different personality. It's not anything that's, you know, a different person from who I am in real life. It's a combination of who I really am in real life.
Right.
My family, my upbringing, my growing up, and then the identity you build for yourself as you become an adult. That's where Bonnie came in. So it's like, you know, who you were raised as,
right,
and who you molded yourself into, combined into one. So for me, that's what Bonnie is. It's combined into one. My life, my life story, combined into my talent and where I'm trying to go with it.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Evolution, continually growing. Now, you being originally from Yonkers, what was it like for you growing up there?
It was. I think it was exactly where I needed to be, because I feel like if I would have grew up in the city, I would have been a lot more, I might have been a lot less, I might have been yelling. When you see me in an interview, I probably would have surely been yelling when you saw me. So that's the difference of, like, Yonkers is more on the borderline where you get the duality. Like, half of my family lived in the south side, which is the more project type of urban part, and the other half of my family on the north side, that's more established and mansions and where the doctors lived and stuff. So it's duality. I learned how to be in both presences comfortably.
It was a balance
for
you.
I learned how to be in both comfortably. So that's really where that's why I love where I come from. And anybody that knows Yonkers knows we have a gritty side, as you know, but everywhere has a nice side as well too. So.
Facts. Yep. And you know, jumping more into that, you know, when we think of Yonkers, obviously we think of the names like DMX, The Lox, and Mary J. Blige. Did any of those artists influence you growing up?
Definitely. The Locks, Jadakiss and Styles P, in particular, more, Chic was always more out of the spotlight. So
Yeah.
as far as who I saw with my own eyes, it was definitely Jadakiss, DMX #1.
Oh yeah.
Jadakiss #2. I've talked about this quite a bit in other interviews, but my mother actually grew up and was raised with DMX. His
Wow.
grandmother actually watched my mom.
Okay.
So they're really close.
Wow.
DMX, rest in peace, would call me my mother's name. He
Okay.
called me after my mother.
Wow.
So, so that was really close relationship there. My mom happened to have me when she was young, so she didn't go on like the tours and stuff when they went on the tours and stuff. But I remember meeting him before he was, lying down the block, DMX, and then like maybe a year span. I had to be like, I don't remember exactly how old, but I know by the time I was like 7 at least, I was on one of those, I was passing that long line to go see him.
Wow.
So it was like a matter of like 2-year difference from me seeing him on the street to the next time me seeing him being this big superstar
icon,
and like people grilling me, and I'm like 7 at the time, and they're grilling me like, well, why does she get to go in the beginning of the line? You know what I mean?
This is family
so
here.
Of
course.
It was like, it was crazy. Like I've always had that around, even though I didn't all the way understand what it was. I had an uncle who had a studio on Tuckahoe Road. That's where Usher used to go to that studio. LL Cool J went to that studio. So I have a lot of like surrounding musical talent in my family. I even have some singers. I'm the only rapper and writer per se in the family. My dad writes music as well too.
Nice.
And plays instruments. So
that artistry is in your blood. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so good.
So it's a lot of talent from Yonkers and surrounding, and people that came to Yonkers because we were building Yonkers and were known for that.
Yeah, awesome. A lot of history there. So take us back when you were first listening to hip hop. Who were you listening to, and who did you become a fan of instantly the moment you heard them?
Definitely Lauryn Hill. One of the first ones. I was more so into R&B, soul, I guess you could say. I wasn't really into hip hop as heavily. My mom listened to Christian music. She did listen to the radio and stuff, so I knew some hits. But as far as like me really knowing deep hip hop albums and stuff, I didn't know that until I was a little older.
Right.
My dad saw I listened to reggae and such. I didn't have hip hop influence around for me to listen to that readily until I was that 7.
Okay.
Besides DMX was the only one.
Right. So this is like
DMX was the
1998,
only one.
1999, around that time. Miseducation, Dark and
So
Hell is
for
Hot.
me, what I was listening to, and maybe because I was a little more sheltered too,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to buy those things. That might have been into play too.
I was in the same boat.
Being sheltered away from that.
Yeah.
Because I knew at the same hand, I was seeing DMX, but
Yeah.
I was also being sheltered from getting these 2 raunchy albums and stuff like that.
I can share a story with you with that. When I bought Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and I was listening to it in the radio, my mom destroyed it.
Wow.
She took the CD. She took the CD and just crushed it. She's like, "Oh, you listen to this?" I was mad, but I went to the music factory, got another one, just kept it in my CD player.
Right. Yeah. So I will say Lauryn Hill. But as far as rap, I always say this and I have to say it again. I didn't ever think about myself rapping. Outside of Lauryn Hill, she did make me want to rap with a guitar in my hand, which I felt was different. Like
that
I just
is
wanted
different.
To be a full artist, how she was doing it, and be able to rap and do melodies and stuff. But rapper, the first person that I heard that made me want to do it, I heard Lil' Kim, of course. I heard the others, but Remy is the one that made me want to do it.
Remy Ma.
Because she wasn't rapping sexy, and
Right.
I was too young, and I was like, I don't want to rap like that.
Yeah.
I just want to rap like the guys.
Okay.
So for me, she was the person that was like, okay, I can rap like the guys.
Yeah.
And actually make it.
Reminisce. Reminisce was out there. Yeah, I like that. So, with battle rap being on your resume, can you give us that one battle that made you go, okay, I can do this? Like, was there a battle that you saw prior to you entering in the ring? Like, okay, I see they doing it, I could do it.
No.
Okay.
I did not watch any battles. I didn't know what the hell I had stepped into. People in my community just told me, they tried to set me with a local battle. The girl didn't come.
Wow.
So somebody said, oh, have you heard of Queen of the Ring? I'm going to get you a regular battle. And I had no idea what it was. I didn't even take the time to go listen. I kept the same bars I wrote from the girl that didn't show up.
Okay.
And I showed up to Queen of the Ring. I had no idea who was who from what. So when I got there, I was nervous as shit. I saw the cameras. DJ K. Slade was there. And I kind of froze and I just whispered on my bars. And they told me to go be a librarian for my first battle.
Wow.
So that's
they
how
told
my
you
first
that?
battle
Oh, no.
So then I went home and watched it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, okay, I just walked into something that I have no fucking idea what I just walked into. So let me go look. And then I realized. Now I did watch Smack DVDs back in the day, but I didn't watch the battles. Like most people, I skipped to Jewels and the Stairway Rap.
The ciphers and all that stuff, right?
Shit. I remember there being battles like back when I actually had the DVDs that I had.
Got you.
From the bootlegger, yes, I did have bootleg. Listen, bootlegger's been around a long time. Sorry.
Since the beginning of time, bootlegger's been around. Don't hate on the bootleggers.
From the bootleg man that had the DVDs.
What?
Yes,
yeah.
DVD too.
Yeah, straight on the block with all the DVDs and the CDs. Yeah.
So after that, I got into watching battles. The first battle I watched, Hollow and Arsenal. I said, damn, Hollow kind of trash.
Fight Club.
He died. I said, Hollow died. He kind of trash. The second battle I watched is Hollow and Big T. I said, Hollow is the greatest thing ever.
That URL battle card, yeah.
How did you beat somebody that was good?
Right.
I didn't understand that. I was brand new. I said, well, you could be good and you could lose? How the fuck is that?
Right.
So it was like, that's how I got into actually watching.
Wow, what a story. Now, you being a writer, of course, you being very passionate about your writing. That's the one thing I always love about you is your pen game. You take it serious. So let's explore your writing style. Is there a specific pen, pencil, pad? Do you write your rhymes on your phone? Like, take us to a writing session.
It's definitely mostly on my phone. Like, is my phone up there? It's definitely mostly on my phone. Like, I'm always writing on my phone.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
When I had my desk jobs, I would write in an email format because I can't be looking like I'm on my phone.
Right.
So I pull up the email.
That's smart. Yeah, for all you people out there that want to do it, follow that method in the email.
The draft on the email.
Yeah.
That would be my prize. Now, one time I had printed it out and I forgot to take it out the printer, and I worked at Citibank. So my boss was like, "What in the world were you writing on the computer?"
Oh my
That's how
goodness.
they found out that I was a battle rapper, because I left one of the battle. I printed it out for me to have it, and I left it actually in the fucking printer at work.
Wow.
I worked at the bank.
So where's the rhyme? Like, do you have it? Is it around?
No,
they should frame that
this
thing.
was me versus Star Smiles.
Wow.
I remember it because it was me versus Star Smiles, and I was trying to get into performance. I'm like, okay, I'm used to writing and just kind of memorizing it in my head. I've never really practiced out loud the performance aspect. So that's where I really, and if y'all watch that, y'all could tell that it has a lot more performance than most of my battles still to this day, because I really was just trying to show that I'm not just a pen. I could perform with some of the girls too on my first ring debut.
Certainly. So
that's why I printed it out in like with the bold caps where I was going to pronounce things, where I was going to do this and do that, and that's why I had printed it out to practice.
Oh man, wow, what a method, what a story. I like
So just imagine my boss just walking in and be like,
and seeing a rap
dumb bitch at the top of the paper.
we gotta go to human resources and set up a little training session.
It was a stern warning. But then, like, I was a good employee, so they really didn't, but it was a stern warning, like, don't ever do that again.
Oh man. So sticking with battle rap, let me pick your brain a little bit. Let's say I'm a battle rap coach, and I commission you to recruit a team of 6, including yourself. You're on the team, of course, and I want to take this team around the world to compete against the best. Okay. Who's on your team?
Me, Chef Trez. I know he could freestyle at any time. A Ward. Let me think. I'm gonna say Hustle. I at least one of the girl in there.
Good team.
I could trust her to deliver.
Of course.
How many was that?
Yeah, that's 3 so far, and you're 4 in there, so you got 2 more people.
I'm going to add. Damn, it's like a lot of people not super reliable.
Right.
I'm gonna add Ramnitty. just for performance aspect, twerk.
I like that. Wow, that's a super team right there.
Nitty, twerk, A-Ward, Chef Trez, me, and Hustle.
Man's Hustle.
Yep.
That team is unstoppable, man. When y'all watch that, put that team together and take them all over. They're gonna win some money. So Killer Bees is one of my favorite songs by you. Remember that record?
Mm-hmm.
That Killer Bees is one of my favorites. So, you know, your delivery, your cadence is so powerful. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to introduce someone to your music who never heard it before, what song would you introduce them to?
It depends. Is that if it's someone that I know likes lyrical. It's usually the majority of people I know just want to hear a really good record.
Right.
Short attention span, Somewhere in Chicago. I always play that one just because that's what's in drill, hip hop.
Okay.
A real dope beat with a lot of drops and surprises. Like, that's what a lot of people like right now.
Gotcha.
So usually it's that, unless I know that they're like a boom bap or like a real lyricist supporter, then I'll point them towards Killer Bees.
Okay. All right. There you go. So watching you for as long as I've been a fan of you, you know, I've watched you grow and explore other business endeavors. Have you always had that entrepreneurial spirit?
Definitely, yep. I got that from my mom. She's always had a like file cabinet and different businesses that I've seen her do on the side to like, you know, try to just do things. Like she'd pull something out of her file cabinet. She was real serious, like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
like, I knew that there was always paperwork. She knew how to keep a trail of things. She always taught me to research things. Don't just jump into things, even though I did that battle rap shit.
Okay, but that's how you learn.
But for the more serious things that really came into handy in my life, to research things. Like, a lot of women find themselves in situations just because they didn't do the research on the backstory, and now you're in a bad situation. So that's where I learned all my entrepreneurship, just how to conduct myself and stuff like that, mostly from my mom. That's
really cool. Awesome. Yeah. And what advice would you give someone looking to start their own business?
Definitely, one, research what you're trying to do and the market. See if it's actually worth you doing. And when I say worth, I don't mean monetary. I mean worth it as opposed to your expectations from it. Is it worth you doing to get what you want from it? Make sure you love it too.
Gotta have passion for it.
Definitely love it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be hard, and some days you are gonna want to quit. So it's that passion that's gonna make you want to keep going. I think that's it. And draw a plan.
Yeah.
People don't, you know, it sounds like homework when you to say a 5-year plan, but it really comes in handy. And sometimes if you meet people with some money and you have a plan, then they'll give you the money.
Oh yeah. Invest in yourself. You know, plan it ahead, set up the blueprint. That's the way. Awesome. Now, I know you can cook. You seen them plates online, you know, all them great plates, you know. So I want to know what the people want to know. What are the essentials does Bonnie need in her kitchen to prepare a meal? What do you have to have in them cabinets, in the fridge, and all that stuff?
I have to have pepper, real garlic and ginger, honey. Try not to give things that's obvious, like, you know, eggs and shit. But I gotta have those things because those are things that I try to replace the unhealthy things with.
Smart.
So, you know, brown sugar, stuff like that, sugar cane. Those are the things that I make sure I have now, because cooking is just about, I learned that. And to be honest with you guys, about maybe, I want to say 6 years ago, I could only make pancakes. Like, that was it. That was all y'all was getting from me. It wasn't any complicated shit like a burger or something like that. And then I started to want to learn how to cook. And when you want to learn how to cook and you really learn something, that's how I am with life about everything. That's really my philosophy. If you want to do something, you can teach yourself. Just the way they have school, you can have a school of yourself. Like, you can learn what you want to learn.
Absolutely.
So I taught myself how to cook just by what I like to eat first, and then I started. Once you master something, then you learn how to replace things. So now that I learned the methods of how does it taste good, now how does it taste good but be healthier is my thing.
That's right.
So, you know, it's just steps, and you can learn anything anything you want to learn. So
Yeah, and I'm happy that, with health, especially for our people,
Right.
how it's important to do the research with the alternatives, with the sugar and the salts and all those things. So very important detail for everybody out there.
No powders. That's
Right.
not in my kitchen too much.
Yeah.
Real garlic, ginger,
Yeah.
peppers, stuff like that.
Yep. So you were on Wildin' Out. Take us to that experience. What was Wildin' Out like for you?
It was cool. It was like it was my second time on a game show, actually, but the most important game show I've ever been on, or TV show rather at that. But it was my second time doing something like that on TV, just longer. It was cool because it showed me more like an all-day casting situation. Like, what does that entail where you're casting for like a week at a time, or days at a time? Before that, I only did one day, and then I could go back to my regular life. And it was like, okay, it was cool. I was on MTV yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm back to doing regular shit. But then it was like a week straight. So it was cool. It was a very cool experience. And it's something that they did always tell me that I could go back to. It's just that it was unfortunate that I got on there before COVID, because then it was like everything was shut down. And then there was no New York cast anymore, so the cast that I was on was disbanded. And then I had to move to get on. It was just a lot. So it was unfortunate, the timing, but I'm glad that I got the opportunity, because it led to more things. I know it's still there if I want to explore it.
Good.
So I enjoyed it. It taught me how to be a actor and rapper.
Right. Because, I see with Hitman Holla and Charlie Clips and Conceited, and I've seen the guests that come on that also are in battle rap, and you get to see a little bit more of their personality, the improv and the comedy. It's good to add that, and it shows that, there's more creativity in these artists.
And I ended up doing stand-up.
Hey, that's right.
I did 2 stand-up shows.
Awesome.
I definitely want to do it more. I need to do it more. I need to do one recorded. It just seems kind of weird to record it as opposed to people being
there live.
Right, when it comes to comedy. But I'm going to record it just to have something.
Do it. Can't wait to see it. So, you've battled on multiple leagues. You've faced many opponents all over the world. This is a 2-part question. Okay. Which location is your favorite place to battle? And which opponent did you have the most fun preparing for?
Which location is my favorite place would be... that's hard.
I mean, because you've been all over, you've seen so many.
Yeah.
It's hard to just pick one.
To be physically, the Australia League was the most fun, because it was Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, a week in Australia to battle was like really dope.
Nice.
Crowd-wise, I'd say the Bunker.
I love the Bunker setting.
The LA Bunker is one of the most fun ones to do, because it was a consistent crowd. They didn't hate. They really took time to listen. And they liked intricate stuff, so that was more of my element in there too.
I like that. I like that setting. It was very interactive, and like you said, they let you rap. And then when you say something hot, then they react.
But I like that they weren't also super forgiving. Like, I don't like those crowds that be like, come on, you can get it. I don't want that either. No, you're gonna make me fucking feel. Right. Just don't say nothing. Like, make me feel awkward, because that's better than like patting me on the back for fucking. So they would just sit there and be like, just give you a minute.
Right.
That's all.
Let you catch yourself and then get back into it. No, you want the pressure, like, let me know that I messed up.
Don't coddle me, because that's not that messed up. That mean I lost. I feel like I lost now.
I understand.
Y'all patted me on the back in mid battle.
Gotcha. So, is there anything you wish to promote? Anything you want to put people on? Anything that the public could look forward to from Bonnie Godiva?
Hopefully, I know that caffeine is gone, a lot of money is gone. Please, guys, now's the time. I know y'all see certain people like Conceited DNA on TikTok and stuff.
Right.
Bigo is more our speed. Anybody that wants to join Bigo, please hit me up. Let me know. That goes for fans, supporters, podcasters.
You put me on. You put me on. Yeah, that's right.
I know that I'm only one person, but I do have a couple people in battle rap that are already established on and know. So we're gonna try to make more content to join, for everybody to join, so everybody can watch on their own time and see what it's about, how we can get on that platform as a culture.
Yes.
And make money, because it's definitely there. So that's what I want to promote. Number one is everybody join Bigo. Hit me up on any of the social medias. You can find me at Bonnie Godiva. Just type in Bonnie Godiva in the search bar, it'll pop up.
Perfect.
And yeah, I appreciate all the support. It's been a long time. I feel like you guys have watched most of us grow up and pursue other things and try out other things, and thank you to the real supporters like you.
I appreciate you. No, that means a lot. And to cap it all off, what is Bonnie Godiva's legacy? How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as just a real battler, like someone who was never ducking smoke or scared, like who stepped up to the plate whenever they were asked to. And somebody who I don't really ask for credit for much. Like I could go on a long rant like most people about the things that I feel like I should get credit for, but the only thing that I do want to get credit for and be part of my legacy is making sure that I went out my way to make sure females were everywhere, on every stage, on every platform. I don't care if I was tweeting it, Facebooking it. I've sent messages to league owners. And I've told them it doesn't even have to be me, but please make sure you put a female on that card, because that's the only way that we could get here to where we are. So I don't need everybody to pat me and say, hey, thank you for making me. But it'd be nice to be the number one legacy for me, because that's what I wanted back when everybody said it didn't matter that I was battling everywhere, and that it didn't matter I had to battle females, because nobody cares if females battle men to the nows, where it's like more normal to do that. I'm glad that I got to see that, and that was part of me stepping out and doing what nobody wanted to do. I
applaud all of you for that, and I put it out on Twitter, I put it out on my Facebook. The ladies have been kicking some serious ass, putting in the work, and it's like the boundaries you had to overcome, all of you, and just to see that unification on the front, like, we could battle each other, but we all have the same cause, and that's a beautiful thing. So to wrap it all up, got this right here, the Strictly Faux Show logo right here for everybody to see it. You could sign wherever you want.
All right, hold on, because they use the gold already.
Standing out, that's what it's about.
I gotta be different. I'm gonna use both.
Hey, all right. For the first time ever, somebody's using both. Oh, this is awesome. This stands out. The penmanship, I'm telling y'all, man, this is really, really cool. And that's what it's about right here. See that? Look at that name right there, y'all, right at the top. You know what I mean? You can't spell community without unity. And Bonnie, you are now part of QG's community.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Peace and love, y'all.